Hi, this is G-Man Trading Community, and in here we have learned a lot of things when it comes to financial market. From our previous lesson, we were learning about investing or spot investing, whereby we learned that to invest you need brokers, which were one of the most important. Secondly, we learned that investing you are investing on the real asset, which is one of the most important thing. And then we learned at each and every asset which I outlined, which were four, and their brokers and the way you can interact with them. From forex, the brokers are the banks. When you come to shares or stocks, they have their own broker. Especially if you are in Kenya, I outlined my broker, which are Genghis Capital and AIB, and I said I would do my reviews on them when you see on the screen. And then when we came to commodities, we learned that they have their EFTs which track down their prices and you can invest on them like shares. And then we came to cryptocurrency, which we had Paxful and Binance, which you can use to invest in cryptocurrency. Now we said that now we are going to another topic, which is CFD, contract for difference. This model of trading, we said that you don't interact with the real asset, but you interact with their price difference, your volume, the amount you would spend, and then the price difference from your opening to your closing. Whether it's up or down, you just count the distance and you get paid the distance, or you pay the distance that the market has gone against you. So without further ado, let's dive in the lesson and we will learn a lot. So we learned that CFD stands for contract for difference trading. It's a type of financial trading where you speculate the price movement as an asset without actually owning it. You don't own the underlying asset. Stocks, crypto, forex, or commodity. Think of betting on whether the price will go up or down, and your profit or loss depends on the difference between the entry and the exit price. So look if price moves in your favor, you make money. If price moves against you, you lose money. The formula is simple, is profit or loss is equals to closing price, you minus the opening price. From there you multiply by the volume or the contract that you took. So now you can see your opening price and your closing price, that is the distance. But before, you have to have executed the amount you would like to buy of the asset. That's the contract. You set the contract and then you open a position, and then later after closing the position, you will minus your opening to your closing, and then either you pay the difference or you get paid the difference. Let's go on. Now you can see the difference in this model. You don't own the asset, you make money on the price difference. So you should know that in this model you don't need a lot of broker. This is one of the another important thing in this model. You don't need a lot of broker, you just need one broker, and you'll trade any asset from crypto, shares, currencies, and commodities. You'll trade everything on one broker because you don't interact with the real asset. You don't interact with the real asset, but it's just a sidelined broker which will track the real-time prices of the assets, but the money doesn't go to the real asset. It's just that the money is there, the system is there, but you'll get paid if the prices that you betted on goes up or down depending on your execution. So that's how they operate. So let's go on. A lot of brokers, because you don't interact with the real asset, you only need one broker to handle everything, unlike the investing trading. Now, for us to access the market, we need a broker to give us the asset listing. So now the broker that are in this industry of CFD, one thing they will do is to list down the companies, the currencies, and the commodities and the cryptocurrencies. That's their job. They will list down the company so you can pick any asset you want and speculate the market, whether it will go up or down, and you set your volume or the contract you would like to place down before you open the position, something like that. And we will dive deeper in the next lesson that they will be coming. So one thing is that they list the asset listing, the real time prices. So even if you don't interact with the asset directly, but you speculate on the real time prices of that particular asset, so any kind of movement that is happening on spot investing, it is still happening the same in CFD. So capital holding, they now hold your capital, your deposits. That's the work of those brokers. They will hold your deposit until you open a position or you have to maybe to withdraw, because it's logic. Where would you place your money? Where would you deposit your money if they don't have a way of holding your capital? So that's how it happens. So they offer trading tools for opening and closing trade position. That is like managing tools. You can manage your position. You can place a stop loss, take profits, something. Those things you can place orders. So those are the tools that are offered by the broker. Yeah. Then the system is very, very reliable when it comes to even analyzing the market. They offer something like graph or candlestick. This will help you to track down the history of a particular asset, how it has been behaving, and you can look at some few confluences, and then you open a position with some confidence. So that's how they offer those systems, and that's how they help. So in which we will dive after this and every detail of it. Now this is my preferred broker in this sector, and their links are in my YouTube channel links, which is IC Market and FP Market. Those are my preferred broker. We will review them. You will see that I have already used them. It's not just like marketing them, but I always use these two brokers. I don't have others, and you will see the reason. On this, we are going into history of where it started, because it's not a walk in the park. So make sure you repeat to watch until you understand. Mathematic formulas are there, but you will manage, because in this everything consolidates and becomes simple. Broker logos will be down here. Register through the links in my YouTube links and stay alert as an armed soldier. Let's go to the next video, but before, let's go to page 2 and you can see the logos. So these are the logos of the preferred broker. So we have IC Market here. This is their dashboard, and you could see that they are offering low spread, 0 pip. We'll come to understand this very deeper, and you see why they are saying this. And you come to FP Market, the same thing. So these dashboards, they attract the professionals. You will understand why they say this, and you will go dive into their sites and see whether whatever they are advertising is real. The next page, I want to show you how CFD works. So this is like opening price, this is the closing price. So the difference is where you are getting paid. The opening price, the closing price. Here the opening price, the closing price. We will still do some executions when we reach into practical, but now we are into theory. So I hope you have understood, and if you haven't, make sure you repeat this video. Make sure you repeat this video. Thank you, and make sure you subscribe.